As he dies, slowly drowning in his own blood, he doesn't mourn his life being cut short. He mourns that he'll die without striking a single blow for Greece. This is Spartan psychology distilled to pure essence. Death means nothing, failure means everything, glory matters more than survival. 3 miles away, Aristides faces his own crisis of command. His 8,000 Athenians can see dust clouds from the Spartan position where cavalry swarms. They know their allies are dying. But between them and Spartans lies the bulk of the Persian army, 50,000 infantry. To reach their allies means frontal assault against impossible odds through prepared enemy positions. The morning sun rising behind Greek lines blazes directly into Persian eyes, partially blinding Mardonius's troops. The Persian commander must attack half-blind or wait for better light. But momentum matters critically in ancient warfare. His men's blood is up from watching Spartans die. He orders general advance of his entire force. This is the moment when empires learn to fear democracy in action. As 50,000 Persian infantry surge forward in coordinated assault, something extraordinary happens without orders or coordination. Every scattered Greek unit begins moving simultaneously. Athenians advance toward the Persian center. The missing Greek center emerges from olive groves. 24 city-states, acting independently, choose the exact same moment to attack. But the real shock is yet to come at the Spartan position. Priests suddenly declare the omens favorable. The gods have changed their minds. Pausanias drops his raised hands and screams a single word with 10 years of rage behind it, N-O-W. 11,500 bronze spear points drop level in perfect coordination. The phalanx that seemed broken snaps into perfect formation. They charge downhill at the advancing Persians. Think about what this means in tactical terms. Persian infantry advancing confidently against stationary targets that had been dying for hours suddenly face a bronze wall moving at full sprint speed. No time to reset formations. No room to maneuver. No opportunity to use their numerical advantage. The greatest army on earth is about to discover why Greeks rule close combat warfare through superior equipment and training. But Mardonius has one card left to play. He spots Persian infantry colliding with the sudden Spartan charge and makes a fateful decision born from pride and desperation. Rather than organizing a fighting withdrawal to preserve his force, he personally leads his guard cavalry directly at Pausanias' position. Kill the Spartan commander and Greek morale shatters. This single moment decided Western civilization's future. Two forces rush toward each other, Spartan bronze discipline versus Persian mobile firepower. In the next 60 seconds, history pivots on spear points. The collision comes at the small temple of Demeter. Sacred ground becomes killing ground in an instant. Persian cavalry crash into Spartan spears like waves against cliffs that don't move. Horses scream in agony. Men die with shocked expressions. Bronze meets flesh with sounds that defy description and haunt survivors forever. Then Mardonius makes his fatal error that costs him everything. Seeing his cavalry falter against spear wall, he dismounts to fight on foot and personally rally his troops. A Persian commander's place is behind lines coordinating units. But Mardonius, perhaps remembering how Leonidas died fighting at Thermopylae, decides to lead from the front to inspire his men. The moment Mardonius sets foot on ground, every Spartan recognizes him. Purple cloak, white horse, golden armor. He's instantly identifiable. A ripple of recognition runs through Greek ranks like electricity. Target identified, priority 1. The mistake that would cost him everything and end Persian expansion forever. At the Asopus River, 3 miles away, Persian infantry makes their catastrophic tactical error. Seeking to exploit their numerical superiority, they surge across the shallow water in massive columns. But rivers create fatal choke points. As thousands crowd the muddy banks, Greek physics takes over with mechanical efficiency. 12-foot spears outreach 6-foot Persian swords by exactly 6 feet, the distance between life and death. Let that sink in. Persian front ranks die without ever touching their killers. They push forward into a wall of bronze points driven by the weight of comrades behind. The river runs red within minutes. Bodies jam against each other, creating human dams. Still, they come because retreat through the press is impossible. At the Spartan position, Mardonius leads 1,000 immortals in desperate assault. These aren't conscripts. They're the elite guard who conquered 40 nations. They fight with skill and courage that should matter. It doesn't matter at all. The phalanx is a meat grinder in human form. A Spartan named Iamnestus spots Mardonius 20 feet away. Between them, a wall of dying men. Persians defend their commander with their bodies, throwing themselves on Greek spears. Spartans press forward, stepping on corpses, shields grinding against shields, spears probing for gaps in armor. The killing intensifies beyond anything in ancient warfare. Men can't raise their arms in the press of bodies. They stab blindly under shields. The wounded can't fall. They're crushed upright between friends and foes. The August heat turns the battlefield into a furnace. Inside bronze helmets, men drown in their own sweat. This is the moment that changes everything as Mardonius rallies his guard for another push. Fate intervenes through a single Spartan spear. History doesn't record who threw it. We know only the result. The spear takes Mardonius in the head, piercing his helmet just below the crest, punching through bronze and bone and brain. The Persian commander drops like a puppet with cut strings. In death, Leonidas achieved his immortal victory through this moment. What followed was not battle but systematic hunt. Persian morale doesn't just break, it disintegrates into panic. The immortals seeing their commander dead in spreading blood attempt fighting withdrawal. But you can't withdraw from a phalanx in full advance. Greek spears find backs as easily as fronts. Then comes the signal heard across centuries. Pausanias, blood-covered but unwounded, raises Mardonius's golden helmet on a spear point high where all can see. Every Greek on the field sees it. Every Persian, too. The impossible has become inevitable. Across the battlefield, Aristides and his 8,000 Athenians hit the Persian center like a bronze avalanche. These men fight with different fury than Spartans, less discipline, more rage. Their city is ash. Their temples are rubble. Today, they collect payment in blood. The Persian center, mostly subject troops from conquered nations, never stood a chance. Median spearmen trained for mobile warfare can't match Greek weight in close combat. Indian archers deadly at range become helpless when hoplites close to spear length. Egyptian infantry, brave but lightly armed, die in windows. The killing becomes methodical as Greek pursuit transforms organized battle into massacre. 100,000 men try to flee across a single river. Greek pursuit is workmanlike now, no rage, just systematic slaughter. Hoplites advance in formation. Spears harvesting lives like wheat with mechanical efficiency. The Asopus becomes a death trap of epic proportions. Men stumble over corpses, fall drown in 2 feet of bloody water. Persian cavalry so dominant on open ground can't maneuver in river mud. Horses panic, throwing riders. Greeks wade in among them with short swords, stabbing until arms can barely lift blades. This tactical evolution changed warfare forever, organized pursuit rather than letting defeated enemies escape. 6 miles from the main battlefield stands the Persian camp, a fortified square holding supplies, wounded, and 40,000 survivors, crowding inside thinking wooden walls mean safety. They're catastrophically wrong. The Greeks arrive like bronze death itself. No siege equipment. No time for starving them out. Just 38,000 hoplites who tasted blood and want more. They hit wooden palisades like a hammer hitting glass. What happens in that camp still haunts historians. Ancient sources go silent, saying only great slaughter occurred. By sunset, the Asopus runs red. Persian losses 90,000 dead from 100,000 who started the day. Greek losses fewer than 1,000. Spartans lost 91 men. Athenians 52. The disparity defies belief until you understand collapse mathematics. Once formation breaks, disciplined troops slaughter fleeing mobs at ratios of 100 to 1. This wasn't victory, it was extinction. Pausanias refused to mutilate Mardonius's body. Despite Persian desecration of Leonidas at Thermopylae, we fought to be better than them. Even in fury, Greek ideals survived. Thermopylae was the question. Plataea was the answer. Subscribe to GREATHISTORY for more battles where impossible odds met unstoppable will and free men proved worth 10 slaves.